Everyone, and welcome to the Orange County School Board's regularly scheduled meeting for Tuesday, May 23rd, 2023. Thank you so much for joining us. All of our board members are in person participating today, and I also want to remind the public that while the board members are here, they won't be engaging in outside electronics or digital communication. That way they can devote their entire attention to the matters in front of us, most of which start off with some wonderful recognitions. To my fellow board members, district staff, and members of the public, when you're speaking, speak directly into the microphone and make sure it's turned on so that we can, not only we can hear you, but our Orange TV viewers and YouTube viewers can as well. And again, thank you for participating. We are going to begin the meeting with a moment of silence, and then I'll invite you to join us in the Pledge of Allegiance. And now for the pledge.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, well, believe it or not, we're already in the last week of the school year. For the students, they're probably thinking it's so long overdue, or I think for most of us adults, it seems like the year just flew by. Since school started in August, we've recognized hundreds of students, schools, teachers, departments, and programs in our district for their beautiful and bountiful accomplishments. I know for the entire board and the superintendent when I say that not all of us that not everything that we see makes us proud, but everything we see here in the district from the people that contribute internally, externally from our students makes us incredibly proud. The end of the school year always brings us a wonderful harvest of recognitions as many programs, tournaments, and sporting events conclude. Tonight, I'm proud to acknowledge a few of them before discussing tonight's order of business. First, we have a very special guest with us this evening. Philanthropist and dear friend Sharon Hagel is very passionate about exploring our galaxy. In fact, Sharon and her husband, Mark, have actually been to space themselves. They flew on a Blue Origin New Shepard suborbital launch vehicle last year. And if you don't believe me, I'm sure you can find it on YouTube. I watched it live. It was something else. I have to diverge for just a minute. When I first met, my husband and I first met her and her husband at a dinner, and they told us they were going to go up in space. This was quite a few years ago when we were like, woohoo, a little on the nutty side. But turns out they're maybe a little bit nutty in a really positive, incredible way. So two incredible human beings. So they did it. And she took her passion further by establishing Space Kids Global, a nonprofit organization that's been introducing elementary school students to space exploration and technology careers and other STEM plus opportunities for the past 8 years. I'm also, just a personal story, I was at one of our schools, elementary school, and one of the teachers came up to me and said, our children, when I ask them what they want to be, they say teachers. And they say teachers because that's all they see. In my opinion, there's nothing higher or more important than teaching. But I also know our children need to be exposed to all kinds of opportunities, and very few of them realize that there are jobs, just an hour from us right now that they could fulfill when they grow up. So it's really cool hearing that from a teacher and then seeing what you're doing, Sharon. Through Space Kids Global and the funds from the Florida Tech Corridor, nearly 250 fourth grade students from Conway, Hungerford, Ivy Lane, Little River, and Orange Center elementary schools had a chance to explore the Kennedy Space Center Visitor Complex in March. We'll now hear from the students who had a blast experiencing STEM and space education during their out-of-this-world field trip in this video.
Thank you, Ms. Hagel, for sponsoring our trip to the Kennedy Space Center. Thank you!
Hi, Mrs. Hagel. Greetings from Little River Elementary, home of the Dolphins.
Thank you, Mrs. Hagel, for sending us to Kennedy Space Center. I loved the space games. I was this close to making a perfect landing.
I really liked the rocket garden. I never knew that there were so many types of rockets.
The Space Shuttle Atlantis exhibit is phenomenal. Seeing that presentation for the first time is thrilling.
I liked everything. It was a very fun and educational experience. Bye! Thank you! Thank you! My favorite part of when we went to Kennedy Space Center is the simulation when we went into the rocket ship and it was going up. It was really funny and everybody was screaming to the point Miss Smith was telling us to calm down, but it was really fun. My favorite part of the Kennedy Space Center is also the simulation because we could actually see how it's like in the spaceship and in space. My favorite part of the Kennedy Space Center is when we were looking at the spaceships and when they were made and like what they did to help us and benefit the Earth.
My favorite part of the field trip was when we seen how the first person who stepped on the moon and how the moon and the earth and how the earth rotates and how it turns 360 degrees.
Chair, I got an opportunity to meet her again, Miss Hagel and her group. I used to dream about what it was like to go in space. I would find myself going outside, looking at the stars, and when I was in South Africa, I just believed that the skies were different because it seems as though the stars were blinking and speaking back. But to see those children have that opportunity to dream, to go and visit. I remember my first visit when I was a little girl to the Space Center. But, I'm just so grateful that people are still around and still believe in giving children their dreams, letting them see beyond where they are. And I just want to thank you for your commitment to public education, your love for children, our superintendent and this board and district for being open enough to allow people to come in to share the same kind of visions with us. And I thank you. She said you were the connection, Chair Jacobs, and I want to thank you all so much. Those children, I'm telling you, I'm 66, and I remember looking in the Viewmaster at 4. They will never, ever forget that experience. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Member Felder. Well said, well said. Now come on up. Stand up here, because we have so many. Okay. Uh-oh.
Squishy?
You want to go down?
We're not coming back to Earth quite so quickly. The space theme continues. I'd now like to recognize Bay Meadows Elementary fourth grade student Pyle Son. I hope I have that right, sweetheart. Son? Sunday. Pyle Sunday. Better. Give her a microphone, somebody. You think I'm kidding? Someday?
Someday. Oh, Miss Someday.
Thank you. That's important. Having your name right is important. Thank you. And thank you for the confidence to let me know. I appreciate that. Well, back to Pyle. For winning the first place during the Florida 4-H public speaking competition that was held in our boardroom in April. And I have to tell you, sweetheart, I am afraid of public speaking. I am still afraid of public speaking, if you can believe that. And you're in the fourth grade, so you're like my hero, okay? You are amazing. So during the competition, she spoke for 2.5 minutes on NASA's James Webb Space Telescope, which aims to observe the earliest galaxies and planets in the universe. The telescope, which is named after James E. Webb, who was the administrator of NASA during Apollo. I should really give her the microphone because she already spoke on this for 2.5 minutes. And it was launched into space in 1960 on Christmas Day, 2.5 years. I'm sorry, it was not launched. James E. Webb was in 1960, but it was launched 2 years ago, and it's been sending back incredible images and data ever since. Some of the recent discoveries made possible by the telescope include finding water on a comet in the asteroid belt and capturing the explosive birth of the star. And I'm reading the script, but really what I really want to do is say, that's a beautiful thing, but you're every bit as amazing. And so we're here today to celebrate you. All right. We gotta have somebody down there.
Yeah, your mom and dad.
All right, mom and dad. Somebody else needs to take the video for dad.
Take the
okay,
picture.
take the video. We have pictures. We'll take pictures. You take video.
What school is this?
Yeah, Bay Meadows.
Bay Meadows. Oh,
Yeah, you gotta be so proud.
yes, your
Good job, Mom
sweetie.
and Dad.
Yes.
Good job, Pyle. We good? Awesome, awesome.
Congratulations. Thank you, baby.
All right, for our next 4 recognitions, I'd like to acknowledge OCPS students who have been busy bees and represented our district exceptionally well this past winter and spring. First up is Discovery Middle School 7th grade student, Elvis. Where's Elvis? Elvis?
Elvis, yes.
Sweetheart, before I say it wrong, why don't you help us out with your name? Avatis? Thank you. Elvis Avatis, who won the OCPS District Spelling Bee, which was held at Calvary, Orlando in January. He advanced to the Orlando Regional Spelling Bee at Exploria Stadium in February and placed in the top 5. Next up is Hamlin Middle School 6th grader, Arthur. Where's Arthur? Arthur?
Arthur, yes.
I'm going to bring, I tell you what, can we get Elvis? Why don't you come on up here, and then we'll bring Arthur up, because Arthur's also going to help me with his last name. Ferrera?
Okay.
Thank you. Arthur will be representing OCPS during the National Spanish Spelling Bee in El Paso, Texas this summer. Yes. And I'm going with him. No, not really. Vice Chair.
Thank you. Before we take pictures, Elvis is not only extremely smart by winning the spelling bee, he was also in the top talent and has been in the top talent for many, many years. And he's also sang at our Teacher of the Year ceremony a couple years ago. So he's talented and smart. So I want to say congratulations, Elvis. We're so, so proud of you for all that you do.
Yeah, I forgot about that. You're so right. Thank you. Back to Arthur. We're pulling for you, and we wish you success during that competition. I'd also like to acknowledge Lake Gem Elementary 4th grader, Micah? Micah, come on up, babe.
So precious. Oh, he looks so handsome. Little boys.
Micah, is it Esteril? Esteril, who won first place and $1,000 during the 4th grade Innovation Math Bee, but put on by the nonprofit Go Full Steam. During the competition, students had 1 minute to solve a problem and provide the correct answer. Micah, Micah,
like the Bible, Micah.
Micah, yeah, okay. Micah, your math prowess is phenomenal. Congratulations on winning this incredible accomplishment. I can't imagine where you're going to go if you're already so smart in math right now. Looking forward to following you. But last but not least, I'd like to recognize Sunblaze Elementary 3rd grade student, Dhruv Patel?
Patel, yes.
All right, this is crazy. I'm not competing against any of these kids anytime. He won an encyclopedic, he has an encyclopedic knowledge of geography.
Oh, wow.
Crazy. He won first place and a gold medal during the 2023 International Geography Bees World Winter Regional Finals, and in the 4th grade, an under division at Audubon Park School in February, and another first place win and gold medal at the South Florida Regional Finals in elementary school category. Wow. 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 All right, so he'll be competing in 2023 in the International Geography Bee Elementary and Middle School National Championships in Arlington, Virginia, at the beginning of June, which is like next week. How did you get so good at geography? Did you just like it? Yeah? Or did you just travel all around the world? No? You just like it? That's fascinating. Okay. We are so excited for all of you guys, and we're so proud of you all, and we can't wait to see how you do in your upcoming competitions. Now, can we get a picture with everybody? Yeah. Great.
And their families.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. We're going to get just the kids, then we're going to get the parents, then we're going to get the principals.
Definitely smile. Hold on. Excellent smile.
All right, now we bring up the parents. Parents, I'm serious.
Principals.
Family, principal, whoever.
Teachers.
Want to give them like the question while we're waiting?
Are you trying to embarrass us?
Hey,
Here's the bad thing. I can't even think of the question.
Hey, why don't you guys somebody give us a question?
No, you don't.
Oh, you're gonna quiz us?
oh, you gonna quiz us?
Oh,
Okay.
boy. Okay.
Yes.
Sorry. Good job. All right. Keep on coming.
Come.
That took us so long to even process.
I know. And she was like Jenny on the spot.
Okay.
I was just so nervous.
Okay, ready.
Look toward me. B, move in a little bit.
I really am.
Good. Look happy. 3. Good. 1, 2, and 3. Stay there. We're good on this side. Good. Stay there. 1, 2, and 3. Perfect.
All right. Now teachers and principals.
Teachers, principals, anybody here? Yeah.
Wait, don't go.
Wait, don't go.
No.
Teachers and principals.
Teacher and principals.
Teachers, principals, yes. So wonderful.
Look, it takes a village.
Yes, I was just thinking
Yeah,
that.
it takes them, and they're all little boys.
What a
Isn't that
beautiful
so
village.
cute?
Yes.
Yeah.
Good. Look amazing. Look toward me. Look happy. Good. 1, 2, and 3. Stay there. Excellent.
Awesome.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, we'll do that. Don't let me forget. Okay, well, they say all's well that ends well, and that's how it went at Lake Nona High. Senior Cassie Kerr. Casey, I know that. Oh my gosh, somebody replaced me today. Casey. Vice Chair, you want to step in? No. Okay.
You have a job.
Casey Kerr, who won the English-speaking Union Space Shakespeare competition at the school and Central Florida Division levels and placed second in the national competition in New York City. Casey's Shakespeare selections included performing Bottom's monologue at A Midsummer's Night Dream and Sonnet 81 during all 3 competitions. The second place prize includes attending the American Shakespeare Center Theater Camp in Virginia this summer, which will be awesome, which is also a wonderful opportunity for Casey and any any theater student to hone their skills even further. Casey's Advanced Placement Literature and Composition Teacher and OCPS Teacher of the Year finalist, Jennifer Gautier. Yeah, thank you. Gautier will now tell us more. Thank you, Ms. Gautier. And where's Casey? Are you Casey? Come on up, Casey. Yeah.
Hello, my name is Jennifer Gautier, and I am here representing Lake Nona High School along with our principal, Nikki Campbell. On behalf of myself and our theater teacher, my partner in the Shakespeare competition, Miss Gail Chase, we want to honor Casey Kerr for their achievements. Gail and I started participating in the English-Speaking Union's National Shakespeare Competition in 2018 when we both received scholarships from the English-Speaking Union to study Shakespeare at the Globe Theatre in London. With the support of our principal, Miss Nikki Campbell, this competition has over 100 students participating at the school level this year. This is the largest school-based competition in Central Florida. Casey beat out over 100 competitors from Lake Nona and then proceeded to the Central Florida competition. Casey competed against school winners from Osceola, Orange, and Seminole counties and won first place for Central Florida. Casey and 40 other students from around the country competed at the Lincoln Center in New York City on Monday, April 24th. While the competition was fierce, they still advanced to the top 10 round. The finals were judged by a panel of celebrity judges within the acting community. Casey was awarded second place in the nation. They won a 3-week all-inclusive stay in Staunton, Virginia at the American Shakespeare Center. We are so proud of Casey. They are headed to Florida State in the fall to study music therapy. Casey, you are an incredible human, and we are so grateful for your uplifting, generous, and absolutely hilarious character. Congratulations.
All right. Congratulations, yes. To be and not to be. Okay.
Where's their principal?
Yes.
And then I think someone wanted another picture with us.
Yes. Parents. That is incredible. And it's second in the nation. Yeah, I know. That's something. Thank you. Yeah, we can get the little Spanish picture. Yeah, the little girl.
Okay, and before we move on, I also want to thank Lake Nona High's theater director and drama teacher, Gail Chase, for her commitment to Casey. She couldn't be here with us this evening, but I wanted to recognize her for all she's done to encourage Casey, both on and off the stage. Next, reading is the main focus for the next remarkable recognitions. Each year, avid student readers in elementary, middle, and high school compete during the Battle of the Books. Media specialists from around the state selected 15 books featuring multiple genres and diversity for kindergarten through 12th grade students. School children began reading and studying the books in the spring prior to the competition. This year, student teams from Stony Brook Elementary, Discovery Middle School, and Timber Creek High won the contest. I'd like to invite Associate Superintendent of Curriculum and Digital Learning, Rob Bixler, to the podium to provide us with a little more information.
Good evening, everyone. I'd like to share that this year, 85 teams participated at the elementary competition, 33 teams participated in the middle school competition, and 13 schools participated at the high school competition. I believe it's the most we've ever had in the last few years. So we're very honored to recognize these winners. From Stony Brook Elementary, our media specialist is Becky Burgoon. The winners that are here today from the team are Annabelle Rossi and Rebecca Samuel. If you could stand real quick. We'll bring you up in just a second. Congratulations. From Discovery Middle School, our media specialist, Jennifer LaSala. Our winners that are here tonight are Julia Matthews, Caesar Chatterton, Ava Blanton, Zane Smith, Carly Grimes, and Avery Benson. Congratulations. And from Timber Creek High School, our media specialist, Melanie Mahaffey, with our winners here tonight are Emily Miller, Kylie Walker, Amanda White, and Emily Denier, who's a freshman, I might add. Congratulations. Pictures together?
Yes.
All right.
Please.
Yes, absolutely.
All right.
She's my boss.
Yep.
Come over.
Okay, that's all right. Thank you. Congratulations, guys.
We can shift down a little bit.
Battle of the Books. Keep reading, baby. While we still have them. Oh, he still got him. Baby.
That's perfect. Excellent. Good. Look happy. You can turn if you've got your certificates. Just
Crazy. What did he say?
I just got.
Well, I said, what we said.
excellent. You too.
All right,
Anybody else?
do we have all the parents? Where are the parents? Where are our parents?
Come. Ooh, baby, yes. They read books. We still have them.
Principals and principals.
Teachers, principals, everyone, yes. That's right.
If you're not blocking anybody, if you're in the back, go up on your toes, you know who you are.
Oh, why we still have the books,
Good.
baby.
Look up, look happy. Let's do that again. Look up and happy. Excellent. Thank you.
Yes,
You know somebody?
All right, Rob, stay close.
All right, I'll stay here.
All right, next we have the Math Olympics competition, which occurred at Mead Botanical Garden in Winter Park in March. The 6-member teams included 4th, 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade students, and at least one 3rd and 4th grader for the 2 remaining team positions. We okay? Okay, we okay? Okay. The 3-part contest was aligned with 5th grade math standards and provided students with an opportunity to learn and study various math concepts. Mathematical wizards from the Orlando Gifted Academy won this year's competition. Rob, please tell us more about the Math Olympics.
Sure thing. Students participated in mathematics reasoning, critical thinking fluency, and automaticity in both independent and collaborative tasks. The participating teams made it to the final competition after competing in district rounds earlier in the year. I'm very pleased to announce that Orlando Gifted Academy was the winner. Their coach is 5th grade math and science teacher Geraldine Kersey. The participants were Nathaniel Gordon, 5th grader. August McCon, 5th grade.
All right, stand up, guys. Stand up.
Oh, yeah, I thought
we
they were
want to
standing
know
up.
who
So,
we're
there we go.
celebrating.
That's right, baby.
Yes.
Vili Sariyar, 5th grade. Daniel Song, 5th grade. Henry Ho, 4th grade. And Craig Walls, 3rd grade. Congratulations. How about pictures?
Yeah. Come on up.
And the principal.
Karen helps me.
Come on up.
Excellent. She helps me place my base.
Scoot down some.
Look, I got a raise.
Tomorrow.
It'll be on eBay. Good. A little bit of smile, look happy, stay there. One more. Excellent.
He's out of town, but his PA gonna do it.
Parents?
Parents?
Parents and principals and the teachers.
Parents, come on up for the picture. There you go.
Yes. Oh, that's so precious.
You may
Slide
have
down a
to
little
slide
bit,
down.
You might sound like yeah, because
Make your own smile.
get your baby.
Oh, that is so great.
Yes.
Right, only chance. Good.
Okay.
Stay there. Look amazing. Hold on, hands down. There we go. No, not just his. He knows who he was. Perfect.
Awesome.
Thank you. Awesome.
Math Olympians.
All right, our next recognition is for winners of the 5th annual OCPS Chess Club Tournament that occurred at Sunridge Elementary and Middle Schools in April. This year's chess club tournament was organized by kindergarten through 12th grade competitions program specialist Nancy Golden in the Curriculum and Digital Learning Department. Nearly 800 students from 90 chess clubs throughout the district participated in the tournament this year. That's amazing. 800 of our students that are playing chess is just amazing. The game of chess is more than 1,300 years old and one of the oldest and most popular, and I would argue the most difficult games in the world. Research shows that there's a strong correlation between learning to play chess and academic achievements. Benefits include improving cognitive skills, increasing attention span, and building creativity and confidence. Nancy, please come to the podium and tell us a little bit more about our 2023 chess champs.
Thank you, Chair Jacobs. I would also like to thank the board members, Superintendent Vasquez, Deputy Superintendent Armbruster, Dr. Schuler, and Curriculum and Digital Department for supporting the OCPS chess team. It is amazing to stand in the cafeteria at Sunridge Middle School and Elementary School and see 400 chess boards set up for 800 OCPS students to come in and play. I don't know who was more nervous, the parents, the coaches, my team, I'm not quite sure. But to prepare for the tournament, the school's chess clubs met weekly to practice their skills, learn strategies, play games, and participate in mini tournaments. Chess players also use chess kids on launch to help improve their skills. The district tournament is a Swiss-style tournament, which means each player competed in 6 30-minute rounds. Individual and team awards were given in each of the 4 age divisions. We had kindergarten through 2nd grade, 3rd grade through 5th grade, middle school, and high school. The pressure and intensity increased with each round, and I am proud of each individual and team for their commitment to chess and their ability to persevere. Congratulations to each of you. It is my honor to recognize the top players and teams in each of the 4 divisions. And you just want, when I call your name, just stand. I think the thing is we'll do pictures afterwards because there's quite a few of them.
That's good.
Okay. The K-2 individual award goes to 1st grader Shayam Gang from Orlando Science Schools with their coach, Mr. Singleton. The K-2 team award goes to Audubon Park School. School representative is Miss Quinn, and they're coached by Kiani. And the members of that team are Faye Abram, 1st grader, Maisie Blakely, 1st grader, Alex Freeland, 1st grader, Sawyer Anderson, 2nd grader, Stowe French, 2nd grader, and George Stahl, 2nd grader. Thank you. The 3rd through 5th grade individual award goes to a 5th grader from Orlando Gifted Academy, Benson Way, coached by Mr. Rickard and Miss Lineberry. Orlando Gifted Academy also won the 3rd through 5th grade team award, and their team members are Joshua Bentley, 4th grade, Owen Courtney, 5th grade, Vincent Kong, 3rd grade, Benson Wen, 5th grade, Hugh Wen, 3rd grade, Kang Wen, 4th grade, Evan Sean, 5th grade, Craig Wells, 3rd grade, and Leo Zeisman, 5th grade. I think, Craig, you were on the math bowl team too, weren't you? Are you here more than one competition? Congratulations. All right. Our middle school individual award goes to 7th grader Cole Barkett from Audubon Park School. School representative is Dr. Dawkins and Coach Kiani. And our middle school team award goes to Glen Ridge Middle School, coached by Mr. Bronick. And team members are Lucas Feinsod, 8th grade, Benjamin Heiser, 8th grade, Tristan Squire, 8th grade, Caden Tang, 8th grade, Charles So, 8th grade, Oliver Bird, 7th grade, Ethan Shu, 6th grade, Elijah Hurd, 6th grade, and Noah Yap, 6th grade. And last but not least, in our high school division, the individual award goes to sophomore from Lake Nona High School, Sharji Jante, coached by Miss Hernandez Padilla. And the high school team winner goes to Windermere High School, coached by Mr. Volkes. And the team members are Aaron Gomez, senior, Ethan Poikitil, senior, Brandon Nova, junior, John Piez, junior, Gabriel Rajulas, are they here today? Night, okay. Junior, Tyler Siddow, junior, Tyler Feldman, freshman, Joshi, freshman, Jaden Matura, freshman, Shay New DeGate, freshman, Brendan Nova, freshman, Grant Stace, freshman, and Victor Vassalori, freshman. Sorry. Yes. And the great thing about chess is it is, I know, amazing, right? K through 12. So you, kindergarten, first, second, third grade, fifth grade, your you can play in middle school, you can play in high school. It was truly amazing, and I appreciate the opportunity to recognize these players here tonight.
Well, Nancy, we appreciate you and you contributing, donating so much of your time, investing it into our youth. This blows me away. Yeah. There's so many of them. Let's start with the youngest, and we'll do one picture, and then we'll keep, and we'll go to middle school, high school, and then, yeah, you got a better idea?
Sandra wants to do them all.
All at once?
Yeah.
If we can fit them all.
Yeah, we'll start with the older people in the back and the little...
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Not you guys older.
Okay.
So the high school team come up. High school come up, get in the back.
The oldest or the shortest will be in the back. Thank you very much.
High school, middle school, come on up. You know the drill, get in the window.
Also, if
Get a
possible.
little risky. Accidental.
I'll take your skirt.
All right. And now, come on, fill in. And then third through fifth grade. K2, you're going to stand up front. Go ahead.
And we've got a little hole over here. We can fill it with some people.
How about their
Go ahead. K2, go on up there.
Is that all the folks? And the coaches?
Yes.
Come on, coaches.
that side? Okay, that's.
I like the trophy.
Yes.
The trophies are great.
They really are.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Yeah.
Good. Good. Look toward me. Don't look at the parents with the cell phone. You can look at them in a second. Smile is preferred. Look happy and on 3. Good. 1, 2, and 3. Stay there. Hold on. Look up. Stay right there. Parents go crazy.
It's so funny.
Oh.
Come on, parents.
You don't have to be with your child. Just pick a kid.
Any kid. Oh my God.
No, you can't get him.
Find a child, kneel.
Go ahead, get in it. So maybe you can get down in the window.
Find a child.
How do you get?
Get a little bit tighter.
It's okay.
Anybody left behind, make sure you duck. Make sure in the back you can see. Look up, look happy.
Maybe the
Happy
next one.
again. Get over. Stay there. Perfect.
Hang on a second.
Hold on.
She needs to be in the picture.
Yeah.
We have a runner.
Yeah, she was
There was
trying to hide.
somebody had a chess piece.
Right here.
Where's that big check? Yeah, hold that up. Yeah.
Can you hand that back to the chair?
Oh, she should have done great. Yes. Hold it up. Yes.
There we go. Good. Look up. Look up again. Excellent looking.
I only see you twice, so I gotta.
Yeah, but then you know what happened? You walked away and I got
Good job.
Donna,
We're just about there.
Don't be on sports. This side.
Yeah, that's like the last one, right after this.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Great job. Yeah. I could learn so much from you.
I know. Is more people coming in?
Wow.
So we don't have an agenda you're talking about now, right?
Oh.
All the little ones just running, people trying to find their baby.
All right. Wait till we get everybody in. All right, our next recognition is for Odyssey of the Mind student teams from Thornbrook Elementary and Edgewater High, which includes students from Apopka and Olympia High Schools. The Odyssey of the Mind teaches students how to develop and use their creativity, become problem solvers, and bring the classroom to life. The school teams won first place in the structural engineering category during the state competition at the Orange County Convention Center in April. Both teams are advancing to the Odyssey of the Mind World Finals at Michigan State University this week. Woo! To tell us more about the school teams and competitions, I would now like to invite Thornbrook Elementary School's Odyssey of the Mind coach and gifted resource teacher, Jamie Kentner.
Kentner, yes. Thank you for having us this afternoon. This is very exciting for us to be here. I really appreciate you honoring the hard work of these young people. They started 8 months ago on their journey, Odyssey of the Mind journey. Both of these teams decided to solve the structure problem. Both of these teams were crowned state champions on April 18th at the Convention Center. They will be traveling to Lansing, Michigan tomorrow to compete on the international platform that consists of teams from over 30 U.S. states and at least 10 countries. Florida alone has 55 teams competing in the World Finals, with 16 of them right here from Central Florida. Wow. 8 of them are Orange County Public Schools teams. As an OCPS veteran teacher, I can say that Odyssey of the Mind provides a platform for educating the whole child. It is a creative problem-solving competition that is cross-curricular by nature. Teams of 5 to 7 students use critical reading skills to fully comprehend the requirements of the problem. They brainstorm creative solutions, research key components, conduct experiments, make exact measurements, and calculate cost. As structure teams, these students had to build a balsa structure that was at least 8 inches tall, 2 inches in diameter, and weigh less than 18 grams. The high school team structure had to weigh less than 15 grams. At the state competition, the Thornbrook team structure held 495 pounds, and the high school, Edgewater High School structure held 520 pounds.
Wow.
As the weights are placed on the structures, the rest of the team showcases other problem requirements. For example, this year's structure teams had to have a magician character who performs 2 magic tricks and recites a team-created poem. The structure problem is just one of 5 the teams could have chosen from. As much as these students have enjoyed their success, my hope is that they are also learning important life skills. I'd like to read an excerpt from a letter Mr. Bixler just brought me last week. This letter is from a 2023 OCPS graduate who was on my first World Finals team back in 2016. In her letter, she mentions the impact of her experience with the Odyssey of the Mind. She states, "The experiences I had with this project are truly unforgettable and will always be a part of me. None of this could have happened without your leadership and motivation. I still use the problem-solving skills I developed in everyday life. And honestly, these are things I never could have gotten through without the skills I gained from this project and in your class. I am truly grateful for the time and effort you put into everything you do, as this has stuck with me all the way until now. and will continue to benefit me through the rest of my life. As you can see, Odyssey is so much more than students playing with cardboard and duct tape. They learn cooperation, communication, leadership, and to think on their feet. They also discover skills they didn't know they had. The scriptwriter who falls in love with wordplay. The artist who makes amazing murals out of unusual items. The costume designer who makes costume out of trash. And the engineer who brings designs to life using real-world tools. Does coaching an Odyssey team require a great deal of time? Yes, it does. But it's 100% worth it if every OMER gains skills that will lead them to success in their future endeavors. Thanks again for having us tonight. We fly out tomorrow and we hope to make you all proud.
All right, boss.
All right, let's have a picture. Picture. Come on. Congratulations. Great job.
Yeah.
That's such an awesome present.
Yeah, it sure sounds like it. Oh, man.
We need to get out.
Flip your certificate things. Good. Look toward me.
Oh, hang on.
That was the gravity test. Good.
Good
Look toward me. Amazing. Let's bring in some adults.
Okay, what school? All these Edgewaters? Oh, good. Oh.
Parents, do we have parents?
Principals, anybody?
Yes, come on up for a picture. And teachers.
Look at her little shoes. They got lights on the shoes. So they can find her in the house.
Good, good, good. Look happy. Stay there. Excellent.
Thank you very much.
And Jamie, before you step away, you wanted to honor them. We want to honor you. You are phenomenal. Thank you for all that you do in this program and everything else. And how many years did you say you've been teaching? 24. Oh my God.
Oh, good.
Thank you. Okay, for our final recognition, I'd like to recognize student athletes from Boone, Lake Nona, Ocoee, Timber Creek, West Orange, Windermere, and Winter Park High Schools, whom we are proud to call our sports superstars for the 2022-23 school year. Please welcome Lonnie Flores, District Senior Administrator of Athletics and Wellness Services, who will be sharing our spring 2023 student athletes and their accomplishments with us this evening. Welcome.
Thank you. Good evening, Chair Jacobs, board members, and Superintendent Dr. Vasquez. It is now my honor to recognize 3 excellent teams and 4 individual champions from our spring sports season. First up is the Boone High School boys tennis team. Boone's boys high school tennis team was named the state 4A academic champions with a team GPA of 3.957. They were first of only 25 other schools in the state of Florida who had a combined GPA of at least 3.0 in this classification. In the state of Florida overall, team academic champion standings for the 2022-2023 school year, Boone High School finished 6th in the state in all classifications. At this time, I would like to recognize the student athletes, the coaches, and staff for Boone High School. The principal is Hector Mastry. The athletic director is Kevin Deemer. And at this time, I would like the head coach, John Richards, to introduce his team.
Welcome, sir.
Come on up.
Oh, I was going to hand you to Mike. You could stand and recognize your students by the row. It would be great. Okay, let me.
Thank you guys very much for having us. It is definitely an honor for us to be here. Introducing our student athletes. Sen Yang, 9th grade. Rexford Ersick, 11th grade. Austin Ersick, 9th grade. Rodrigo Sanchez, 9th grade. Benjamin Graham, 11th grade. William Jacobson, 9th grade. Oliver Batakis, 9th grade. Jonathan Solik, 9th grade. Christian Walker, 12th grade. And Blake Bartos, 12th grade.
Here, I'll take it. Dante, thank you so much.
Coach, you want to go through picture?
Principals.
Coaches, principal.
Coaches.
Want to do one group photo of all the athletes at the end?
No, except for the school.
Okay.
Don't get anybody name.
Okay.
Yeah, they're schools.
Good. Look toward me. Stay there. Look amazing. Support parents.
Parents?
Are there any parents?
Come on.
Come on in.
Parents.
Come on down.
Come on
You are
down.
Your face is right.
You all look fantastic.
Yes.
Yes.
There you go.
Get with your babies. Yes. With your babies. Yes.
Sure. And your parents.
Little pookie wookies.
There's fun.
You got it. There you go.
That's everybody?
Yeah, I love when you say this about
Make some room.
They were adorable. All packed in. Good. Look
Okay.
toward me. Look toward
Okay.
me again. And then my younger brother's going to take his cell phone.
All right.
Good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Y'all can exit. You can exit straight ahead. Thank you. Thank you for coming. Congratulations.
Staying with the theme of student athlete, the next group we'd like to recognize is the Winter Park softball team. They too were academic team champions. Winter Park softball team was named the state 7A academic champions with a team grade point average of 3.68.
Yes. Awesome.
They were first of only 37 other schools in the state of Florida who had a combined team GPA of at least 3.0 in this classification. The team also had a great season on the field, reaching the regional quarterfinals this year. At this time, I would like to recognize the fact that this school also made the state overall academic rankings. They finished 6th for the 2022-2023 school year. That is Winter Park High School. At this time, I would like to recognize the student athletes, coaches, and staff of Winter Park High School. The principal is Matthew Arnold. The athletic director is Andy Childs. At this time, I'd like to welcome assistant coach Miranda Pazienza to introduce her team.
Thank you guys for having us tonight. I also have Coach Peyton Hyde with us as well. First, we have Celia Vargas, 12th grade, also one of our senior captains. Rachel Salee, 11th grade. Krista Hartley, 10th grade. Sophie Rhodes, 10th grade. Peyton Newby, 9th grade. And unfortunately, the rest of our team could not make it here tonight. I'm going to go through the names quite quickly. We have Lauren Allen, 12th grade. Lindsay Allen, 9th grade, Sam Childs, Addison Evans, Grayson Fleming, Reese Fleming, Kylie Fugate, Izzy Otero, Hannah Resnick, Katie Robinson, Riley Scanlon, Niall Taylor, and Torrin Bedolino.
Yeah. Yes, representing ladies. It's wonderful. What softball games. Parents?
Principal.
Parents, principal.
Nobody? Oh. Oh, y'all just wrong. Okay, y'all just wrong.
Back to you, Mr.
The next team we'd like to recognize is the Lake Nona girls water polo team that claimed the FHSA State 1A championship, giving the team back-to-back state titles.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
The team was the Metro East team champions for the 2022-2023 school year. They were also the district and regional champions. They won the state title by defeating Gulliver Prep Pinecrest 13-7. And in the semifinals and in the finals, they were able to beat Seminole Sanford 7-5 for the victory in the state title.
Yes, awesome.
This is Coach Alex Bennett's fifth state championship. At this time, I would like to recognize the student athletes, coaches, and staff for Lake Nona High School. The principal is Nikki Campbell. The athletic director is Chelsea John. At this time, I would like to introduce Coach Alex Bennett. To introduce his team.
Thank you. He missed the back-to-back state championship. They didn't let me. They didn't want me to.
No, that's important.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Thanks for having us here
They haven't the record books updated yet.
Yeah. So. Our first player is 11th grader Annalise Border Rodriguez. Anna Carrera, who's a 12th grader, will be going to Gannon University and studying pre-med on a water polo scholarship. 10th grader Bailey Chambers. Take that off her. 10th grader Ava Conway. 11th grader Natalie Cook. 11th grader Anushka Gugari. 12th grader Liz Angel Hernandez, that's going to be going to Mercyhurst University studying psychology and playing water polo on the varsity team. 12th grader Jillian Lambert, who is going to finish her dual enrollment classes at Valencia. She has 3 more to go, and then go to UCF. 9th grader Ella Miller. 9th grader Vanessa Rosario. 12th grader Emily Shear, who's going to be going to Marist University and studying marketing on a water polo scholarship. 12th grader Sasha Soler, who will be going to Iona University on a water polo scholarship and studying business. 11th grader Lillian Torres. And we have a senior that's not here tonight, getting ready for graduation tomorrow, that's going to be going to Florida and studying pre-med, Ileana West. We also have 2 amazing athletic directors, Chelsea John and Joel Atkins.
All right, let's get our athletic support team. Come on up.
I'll hold it for you, sir. It's fine. I'll take it. I'll hold it. So mad, but I didn't
Any mamas?
Joel.
Any mamas there?
I'll watch it.
Yeah, kids first.
Good, good. Look toward me. Look happy. Stay there. Hold on.
I didn't mean to come across. No.
Yeah, she ought to
Go
show.
that way a little bit
Yeah.
so I can see it. There we go. Good, good.
Wait.
Hold on.
Oh.
Oh, Jack.
Oh,
Yeah.
Good. Stay there. Look amazing. Hold on. And do we have adults that drove you?
No.
Parents here?
Oh, they said no. Parents, come on. Let's embarrass them.
I'm gonna watch
there
my
parents?
speed for a while.
Yes, there are parents.
If your knees are good, go ahead and kneel in front of your small child.
No, that's not fair.
Good, good call. Good, all right. Good, stay there. Look happy and on 3. Good, 1, 2, and 3. And parents, pinch their cheeks.
Is that his daughter?
That's your daughter.
You guys can exit here.
Congratulations.
Straight ahead to the back.
You guys-
Person right there in the blue dress. Thank you, sir.
Coach,
You guys, thank you. Congratulations.
Number 5, I got that right.
12.
12? Record books are just killing
That's
me.
12.
Yeah, look at the record books are killing me. Now that we were able to recognize our teams, I would like to take this moment to recognize our individual athletes. First, for Windermere Boys Wrestling, is Andres Garan. He is the state 3A boys weightlifting 169-pound champion. He was also named the Florida Dairy Farmers Mr. Weightlifting for the state of Florida. He finished the year with a grade point average of 3.796. At this time, I would like to recognize his coach, his principal athletic director, and Andres himself. The principal for Windermere High School is Andrew Latakis. The athletic director is Chad Springer. Head coach is Ricky Smith. And assistant coach is Maria Diaz Rivera. At this time, we'd like to welcome up Andres Garan.
You guys want to take one first?
Hey,
Take my turn.
how you doing?
Wait my turn.
Good, good. Congratulations. Yeah.
Good, good. Look good. Look happy. Stay there. Hold on. Excellent.
Parents, mommy, daddy. Where's the mommy and daddy? Oh, yes.
Oh, look, they weightlift too.
Yeah, really in shape, too.
Whoa, see where it comes from.
Yeah.
Sorry to catch you off guard.
Don't train.
Look here first. Cool. My turn. Stay there. Hold on. My turn.
Our next student athlete is Timber Creek's boys weightlifting, Elvie Valmors. Elvie was the state 3A weightlifting 129-pound weight champion. He was not only strong in the weight room, but also in the classroom, finishing the year with a 3.966 grade point average. At this time, I would like to recognize the staff of Timber Creek High School, Principal Kelly Paldiano, Athletic Director Jim Priest, Head Coach John Francos, Assistant Coach Lyle Lake, and Assistant Coach Patricia Ketster. At this time, we'd like to welcome up Elvie Valmors.
Congratulations, baby. Yes, good job.
Good. Stay there. Hold on. Excellent.
Kelly? Yeah, Kelly, get in here. We'll get the picture.
Good. Look at me first. Then my cell phone friend.
Parents? Mommy, yeah. Come on. Congratulations.
Look toward me first. Stay there. Hold on. Cell phones. Good, good.
Okay, thank you.
Where is
Our technology expert.
Yes.
It's so soothing.
This past weekend was the state track finals. At Orange County Public Schools was lucky enough to bring home 2 more champions. The first is a co-ed girls track, Michaela Davis. Michaela Davis was the state 4A triple jump champion with a jump of 12.02 meters.
Yes, sir.
She was not only strong on the track, but also in the classroom with a grade point average of 3.0.
All right, yeah.
She plans to continue her athletic and educational career at Jacksonville University.
Okay.
She has a full ride scholarship too.
You beat me to it, sir. Thank you. At this time, I'd like to recognize their staff. Principal Lisa Karzinski, thank you. Billy Alderman, head coach David Pico, and assistant coach Brandon Exxon. Congratulations, Michaela Davis.
Family, where's Coach family? Come on.
Family? Come on.
Family, everybody. Come on down. Congratulations.
Oh, they already did.
Congratulations. So proud. She want to be next to KK.
Pick a spot. There we
Yeah,
go.
there we go.
Good. Look amazing. Stay there. Hold on.
Unfortunately, our last champion was not able to be here tonight, but I still wanted to recognize them. It was West Orange Boys Track. Valentino Rudolph was a state 4A champion in the 400 meters. He ran a time of 47.40. He was also 8th in the 200 meters and ran a time of 21.21. Valentino represented our county both as the Metro West champion and the district champion. This time, I would like to thank the staff from West Orange High School, Principal Matt Turner, Athletic Director Lisa Montgomery, and Head Coach Jacina Redding Campbell. And that is all of our awardees tonight.
All right, great job. Thank you so much. All right. Feels kind of weird, doesn't it? All right, well, we're finished with those recognitions. It was a lot. The chamber's nearly closed out. So I'm going to move on to the proclamation, and then we're going to hear from the superintendent because we still have a recognition to celebrate. But first, let me read the proclamation. The board is proclaiming June 2023 as LGBTQ+ Pride and Pulse Remembrance Month here in Orange County Public Schools. The proclamation reads as follows. Whereas Orange County Public Schools embraces and celebrates our diversity along with our lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, and questioning community, and is committed to supporting dignity and equality for all people. Whereas many of our students, family members, and employees are part of the LGBTQ+ community and are greatly valued. Whereas all students should be able to attend school in a safe and inclusive environment, free from harassment or discrimination, and in which they can reach their full potential. And whereas the School Board of Orange County provides protections for students and employees on the basis of race, color, religion, age, sex, national origin, marital status, disability, sexual orientation, genetic information, gender identity or expression, language spoken, homelessness, or any other reason prohibited by law. And whereas LGBTQ+ students are subject to harassment, bullying, intimidation, and violence across the nation. And whereas a lack of awareness and understanding on issues facing the LGBT+ community, our children and youth, has contributed to higher rates of isolation, depression, and suicidal ideations. And whereas national studies have revealed that discrimination at school has continued and contributed to high rates of absenteeism, academic underachievement, and school dropout among LGBTQ+ youth. And whereas awareness regarding LGBTQ+ issues increases understanding and cultivates acceptance of and respect for LGBTQ+ children and youth. And whereas on June 12, 2016, 49 innocent members of our community lost their lives in a senseless act of hate during the Pulse nightclub tragedy, many of whom identified as LGBTQ+ individuals. And whereas the 49 souls who perished will never be forgotten, as this horrendous tragedy deeply impacted the loved ones left behind, the LGBT community, and allies worldwide. Now, therefore, be it resolved, the Orange County School Board of Florida does hereby proclaim June 2023 as LGBTQ+ Pride and Pulse Remembrance Month here in Orange County Public Schools. Thank you all for the support of the proclamation. Member Castor-Daniel, you're recognized.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I just want to say that this proclamation recognizes the courage and dignity of our LGBTQ family and OCPS. It honors the contributions of our LGBTQ employees and lets them know that they are valued. It sends a message to our students that we see them as whole human beings worthy of our respect. The reason we make this proclamation is found in the title itself, Pulse Remembrance. LGBTQ people still face discrimination and open hostility, and it is within a hostile environment that hatred festers and emboldens those who want to do harm, especially to our trans youth. I am so proud that we still stand with our LGBTQ community and practices our OCPS core values of inclusion and respect for one another. Thank you.
Thank you, Member Castor-Daniel. Member Byrd.
Thank you, Chair. I just wanted to thank you. I wholeheartedly agree with what you said, but in light of, some of the concerns that are being brought up by our youth that keep coming and speaking before our board meetings, I'm wondering if the board might consider having next school year having an LGBTQ plus student advisory council that could meet once a month with board or with staff and share concerns that they have in the schools, clarify misinformation, get the answers directly from us, because we hear a lot of things that, get said that may not be completely accurate, and that causes fear. And they are scared, and I understand that they're scared. This is a scary time for them. So I think that might be a great way that we could show them that we are listening and that we want to hear them and we want to understand what they're going through and help to provide them with the support they need.
Member Byrd, I think that's an excellent idea. Thank you so much for coming forward with that. I think there is confusion, obviously, and we try here at the meetings to address that. But as the group was here tonight, I was thinking, how do we get one-on-one to have meaningful conversations instead of this conversation? How do we make sure that we all understand how these issues have come about and minimize the damage that has been done to the extent that we possibly can? And I think communication's a core part of that, but the letter writing, all the other types of communication doesn't compare to one-on-one, face-to-face conversations, but putting together an advisory group would be an awesome way to do that. Thank you. Long overdue, but greatly appreciated, and thank you for that suggestion. Let me call on Member Salamanca.
Thank you, Chair. Well, as the first ever LGBTQ school board member in the history of Orange County that we know of, I am so proud of this board and so grateful that we stand by our students in this year, in this policy. I'm proud of our staff for continuing to advocate for these voices and these students as well. It's really important in times like today where when you look at the news, you see a lot of what you see on attacking this population of students. It wasn't when I was in high school. I was at Timber Creek, class of 2011, go Wolves. I was not open and out. I told 2 teachers at Timber Creek about my sexuality before I told my parents. And my parents did not accept who I was until way after college. There was a lot of internal family conflict about this. And I am who I am, and there was not much I could do about that to change that. And I love who I love. And there's so many students in these classrooms today who are still trying to figure out who they are and why they feel the way they feel. And it is not clear to them many times why they feel the way they feel. And this topic is so nuanced because we as the adults are the ones that are supposed to be listening to them and telling them that it doesn't matter, that we still love them and that we support them. And today, our board is telling you we support you and we see you and we will do everything we can to hear you as well. But it is tough times and this board can only do so much. There is a lot of advocacy that has to happen at the national level, at the state level, to make sure that our students are safe. So thank you to everyone up here for doing this today.
Thank you, Member Salamanca. I do wish, I think this is one of the only meetings that I can remember going to where Clinton McCracken hasn't been here. And I did want to give recognition to him because right after I got elected, I met him out at his school. I just happened to run into him at the school, and he asked me if we would issue the LGBTQ plus proclamation, and I didn't realize it hadn't been, but I also, to be quite honest, didn't know how that was going to go over with the board, and I was so pleasantly surprised that instead of there being any hesitation, that this board was so grateful that we were doing it. So I do want to mention Clinton. He happens to be now the president of CTA, our Classroom Teacher Association union, but I first met him in that capacity, and so I will always think of this proclamation as a tribute to his legacy and his advocacy. So with that, Dr. Vasquez, do you have any administrators to recognize?
I do, but before I do that, I do want to
point out, I do have a student LGBTQ advisory group. We met, I believe, 2 or 3 times this year. Our last meeting was Friday, and there are many things that they are concerned about, a lot of misinformation, a lot of fear, and we will continue to meet with them, and what we can do is have a report back out to the board after we meet. And certainly board members are more than welcome to attend, or if you'd like to have a separate advisory group. But we did have the opportunity to hear from them this year.
I don't want to speak for the whole board. Personally, I don't think we need to have a separate advisory group. I do think it would be very beneficial if board members, we would need to post it, but I think it would be very helpful for us to be at the table because that communication directly from board members as well. But I thank you for your leadership on that. And now, do you have any administrators to recognize?
I do. I'm just so excited. I have quite a few, so if you'll bear with me. The very first one is the first principal that we actually asked to come to the board since the pandemic. And so we're so excited to announce that Brian Sanchez Corona is currently the assistant principal at Water Springs Middle, and he will be the principal of Water Spring Middle. Congratulations.
Thank you, board members. Thank you, Dr. Vasquez, Dr. Armbruster, Dr. Fritzler. I really appreciate it, and thank you for allowing me to serve. I have some mentors that put me here that have watched me along the way. Dr. Border, Dr. Cupid, Andrew Jackson, mi corazón. Thank you. Cheryl Neely, Rolando Bailey. Thank you, sir. I'm blessed to have one of the best communities ever. Oh, wait, Dr. Lisa Karzinski, Akoe. One of the best communities in all of OCPS. I'm really blessed, and they've engaged with us, and they've supported us every step of the way. From the moment we were born as a school, they really, really just loved us, and I've never felt that before, and I hope it spreads throughout the whole district. And I do want to give a shout out to one very special person from our community, from Horizon West and Water Spring Middle School. Katie Dukes, can you please stand up? Katie Dukes is our PTSO president and one of the most active people in our community. I cannot imagine having our school without her. We just thank you so much, Katie, and we're going to do great things together. And last but not least, I really want to thank my husband, Juan Diego. You understand our sacrifice for time. You understand my commitment to serve, and I really appreciate you. Thank you.
What a special role you're entering into. I'm going to call on Member Gould in just a minute, but each time I go to a graduation, I get to see that connection between principals and their students. And I always think I don't know what could be more fulfilling than being a principal at a school. It's just an awesome opportunity. So congratulations. I know you'll do wonderful. Member Gould.
Well, I know I could not have turned right outside my house if he didn't become principal, and I made that clear with Maria. I did not have a say in the choice, but boy, was I making it clear how the community felt about you and how your leaders felt about you and your students feel about you. And you have shown tremendous leadership. You've given Mr. Jackson great support while we waited for your new school to be done, which is really exciting that you're going to be in that. And I couldn't be more thrilled and just honored to have you. The West is the best team, and I know that we are going to soar even to new heights because you already have brought together that energy, that collaboration. Our PTSO, our students and our community. So thank you for accepting this amazing role.
And one final, on a personal note, thank you for so proudly recognizing your husband. That is so important for our students right now. I don't know if you were here for the pre-agenda portion of the meeting. Good. Good. They need to see that while we can't be everything they want us to be, that we can still be very, very proud of who we are. And no matter, you're just a great role model and a great example to our students that OCPS really does accept all of our students, all of our employees, regardless of their sexual orientation, regardless of their sexual identity, is irrelevant. And this just couldn't be a better time to celebrate you right now and your husband. So God bless you and thank you. Okay, now, Dr. Vasquez.
Congratulations again. I'm so excited for you and what lies ahead. Additionally, I have the honor and privilege to recognize my new team, our new team, from the teaching and learning side of the house for the upcoming school year. And as I call your name, if you'll please come up. I'm going to start with the principal leaders, all right? Remember, part of our reorganizations, we're trying to provide more support to our schools, and so we have narrowed the ratio of principal supervisors to our schools. And so I'm so excited to announce the following individuals as our principal leaders. Carletta Davis Wilson, who's currently the principal at Maxey Elementary. Julie Hilton, who is currently an executive area director in the Southwest Learning Community. Trevor Honahan, principal of Audubon Park School. Meredith Leftakis, who is currently area superintendent in the North. Charles Lindlau, executive area director in the Southeast Learning Community. Rob McClough, principal of Lake Nona Middle. Lukeisha Miller, executive area director in the North Learning Community. Lino Rodriguez, principal of John Young Elementary. Mindy Smith, executive area director, West Learning Community. Karen Verano, principal, Azalea Park Elementary. Raquel Flores, executive area director in the School Transformation Office. Shalia Wyndham, executive area director in the School Transformation Office. Ian Gesundheit, he's currently executive leader for executive director for ESC Special Programs and Behavioral Support. Moving to our middle and K-8 schools, Rolando Bailey, area superintendent for the Southeast. Jenny Gibson, acting associate superintendent for Innovation Office. James Leslie, executive area director from the East Learning Community. And our high school principal leaders, Martha Chang, executive area director of the high school office. Britt Dispensa, executive area director, high school office. And Kelly Paduano, principal, Timber Creek High School. Serving as our executive leader over all of the elementary schools is Raheem Jones. Executive leader for middle and K-8 schools, Patty Fritzler. Executive leader for high schools, Jose Martinez. Executive leader, School Transformation Office, William Bond. Executive leader for exceptional student education, Wendy Ivory. Executive leader for school choice services is Greg Moody. And executive leader for career and technical education is Rosa Grant, and Rosa is at a meeting down in Miami, and so I do recognize her as well. Two additional individuals. Kathy Schuler is now going to be the Chief Schools Officer. And Tashonda Brown Cannon will be the new Chief Academic Officer. I cannot tell you how excited I am about the work that this incredible team of leaders under the direction of Mike Armbruster are going to make in the lives of our children, the lives of our teachers, and the impact in our community. So thank you for all that you have done, and thank you for all that you will continue to do for OCPS.
It's like chorus. Shingle, please. If you're on this side, you're shingling that way. If you're on that side.
Great job, Neil.
Good. Shingle some more.
Congratulations.
Parents are coming. Here comes Mom. You left the lights on in your minivan. Good, good. Look amazing. Look happy on 3. And let's do pretty hands. There we go. There we go. Good. Look happy. Look happy again. Hold on. Good. Look up. Did you guys bring your parents?
Or your guardians.
Kelly,
congratulations.
Member Byrd, you're recognized.
Thank you. I just want to, oh my gosh. Okay, first, I just got to say, Dr. Vasquez, you seriously just keep knocking it out of the park. Good choices. Wow, you really are. It's so impressive how you can just see the vision that you want, and you are just doing such a magnificent job of picking the right people for all the positions. And this whole reorganization you're doing and the vision you have for a more collaborative model with more direct impact for the students, I think it's so amazing, and I'm so excited about it. I'm so excited for our future, and I'm so happy for all of those amazing leaders. They're all just rock stars. So it is going to be an exciting year to come for sure. Thank you.
Thank you. And now Member Felder.
Well, thank you so much, Chair. And Dr. Vasquez, I kept the secret. She said, Vicky, don't tell anybody. Oh, it was so hard for me not to call. So, oh, you know what's going to happen? But you know what? Let me tell you something. Yeah, I'm the one that tells. I'm sorry. The reorganization, when she first talked about it, I was kind of like, reorganization, you know. But she shared some things, and, you know, the people that she was looking at and what she saw them doing. And I don't know a whole lot of people, but I know a lot of them that you chose. And I've had an opportunity in this beginning of my third year, sitting on this board, gotten a chance to talk to them outside of the board, to get to know them, breaking some bread and just talking, just being real. And I'm just so excited because sometimes new and different can sometimes and most times be fresh and be good. And so I'm excited about our incoming school year 23-24, and I believe the people that you've chosen in these leadership positions, they're going to do us well. They're going to do us well. And I'm so grateful and so thankful, and I will always continuously pray for God's guidance and direction for you, that you have the strength when you think you don't have it, but you still have it, to do what God has placed in your heart to do it and do your best. Thank you so much, Dr. Vasquez, for your leadership. Thank you.
Thank you, Member Felder. Vice Chair Gallo.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I want to congratulate everybody. What a good-looking group that is. It's a good-looking group. I have to admit, when Dr. Vasquez had individual conversations with us, when she told us not to tell anybody, my first thought was, oh, no, not Kelly. Don't take Kelly. And I realized quickly that why I don't want to lose Kelly at Timber Creek High School is for the very reason why she deserves to be where she is because she's a phenomenal principal, and she's going to do phenomenal things in our district, helping other principals be as phenomenal as she is. So kudos, Dr. Vasquez, on this team. I can't wait to see what happens next year. It's going to be awesome.
Thank you, Member Gallo. Member Ferrant.
I am going to repeat a lot of what has already been said, but Dr. Vasquez, thank you so much for seeing the whole picture and coming in with fresh vision. Fresh vision can be really good and bring that hope and excitement. So thank you for that and for choosing phenomenal people. Just like Member Gallo said, when you gave us the list and you said not to say anything, and I just honored Principal Lino, and you said, no, he's moving. I'm like, what? Okay, I feel like I specifically said, don't move him. And so I think if we can, if all of you are the same, I think we are on the right track. We have amazing leaders who are going to pour in to other leaders, our principals, and really just bring OCPS to a different level. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Member Ferrant. Member Gould.
All right, first I'm going to pat us on the back for making Maria superintendent. And then second, right? Second, I'm going to pat her on the back for making Mike Armbruster, Dr. Mike Armbruster, Deputy Superintendent. And thirdly, from really looking at the skills and talents that we have, and I've had the great blessing to work with so many of you for several years, and really see you stay calm, stay focused, stay supportive, and stay clear on our mission to make every child successful. And I know that in your new roles, you're going to be able to really reinvent how that's done and help us not only to make children feel great about coming into our schools, but our staffs feel great about being there. And I think that is really going to be the key to our ultimate success. So thank you for stepping up and stepping out in this. And again, thank you, Superintendent, for your leadership.
Thank you, Member Gould. Well said. Member Salamanca.
So much of the same, but it is so exciting to see Dr. Vasquez and Dr. Armbruster's vision come to life in this incredible group of human beings. When I got the call as well with the list, I freaked out about Robert, because Lake Nona Middle and the parents are also going to freak out with me. And then I immediately saw Kelly's name on there, and I was like, how did Angie react? I think I was before Angie, so that was a TBD, but now I know. And it is so clear how well you know your staff and these leaders in our schools, because some of these names, everyone was just like, yes, of course. Yes, we are sad to see you go from our schools, but also it is just so clear that you have so much of the spirit and the culture that this board and Vasquez and Ambrose really want to bring to OCPS. And we know you're going to make us proud. We know that you're going to work with the rest of the school leadership. But I'm just so excited. I feel so grateful that, the timing aligned, that I get to be part of this board at this time and this point in time. And I feel very lucky to do that. I'm very excited to work with this group because I've already had so much fun working, I guess that could be the word. And I have so much respect for the work of the area superintendents I've worked with and their team that I can only imagine how much more powerful, how much leaner and faster we're about to be with the group that just came up here. So just congratulations to everyone. And Dr. Vasquez is really incredible, just what we're doing here.
Well, thank you, Member Salamanca. And we are also glad that you're here at this time. So it's a perfect time for you to be on the board. Member Casterdenno.
Thank you, Madam Chair. And I didn't get the list. Just kidding.
Oh boy.
But I saw the list a couple times. Thank you. I also want to congratulate Dr. Vasquez for the courage to make this kind of change. And to see that it was necessary to kind of flatten the hierarchy and to really bring about the change in our culture, which is so needed. And this is not just a symbolic change. This is really going to help. This is going to be felt down to the classroom. So I appreciate this so much. And everyone that we just, that are our principal leaders, new chiefs, I don't know what their names are. I have to get that down. I have to see the list again. Executive leaders, you all are so phenomenal, and I can't wait to see how things move forward. Thank you.
Thank you, Member Casterdenno. I think everybody's spoken by me. Hate to do that because everything's been said. So congratulations doesn't go far enough. I just want to say thank you. You all have earned these roles. And our superintendent, as everyone has said, is phenomenal. And I agree with you, Member Gould. We do get a pat on the back for making the obvious decision. But thank you, because you all have spent so many years from the classroom up committed to our students, and it's always been about our students. And I am so excited about what the future holds because of what you personally bring. And we've promised not just our teachers, we've promised all of our team here at Orange County Public Schools that we are going to bring about a different culture. And the superintendent is kicked right off out of bat, going school to school to school, and making sure that she made that direct connection and listened. And then put actions into word with a restructuring. So can't wait to see what next year holds. Again, thank you so much. And Dr. Vasquez, any further recognitions?
No, I'll just wait for my report.
All right. We'll wait for your report too. We have a pretty short agenda. Are there any changes to the agenda?
No, Madam Chair.
All right. I'm sorry, who said that? Was that Member Gould? I'm sorry. Member Gould, any changes to the agenda?
Let's go.
Member Gould, is there a motion to adopt the agenda? Will you, yeah. Okay, Member Gould moves that we adopt the agenda. Is there a second? Second by Member Castor-Dental. All in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Moving on, do we have any public comments?
I'm sorry, Madam Chair, did you just approve the agenda or did you actually adopt?
We adopted it.
Adopted the agenda.
We adopted it.
Okay.
We're going to approve the consent agenda in just a minute, but first I wanted to find out if there were any public comments.
There are no public
Okay.
speakers, their phone or in person.
All right, thank you. We have a hand up in the back. We have no cards for speakers. Okay. Okay, so a hand is up. The process is, and we try really hard to communicate this, that if you want to speak, there's a time period right before the meeting to fill out a speaker's card. So at this point, we will move forward with the consent agenda. Is there a motion to approve the consent agenda? Motion by Member Castor-Dental and seconded by Member Byrd. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Dr. Vasquez, we are on to your report.
So I actually have two individuals that are going to be speaking as part of my report, three, as part of my report. I'm going to start out with two individuals who were part of my Superintendent Student Advisory Council. And this year, they created a campaign to bring awareness and to help stop the threats on our school campuses. The 88 student members from the 22 high schools developed SMILE, an acronym for safety, motivation, inclusion, leadership, and educate. By building awareness of safety and being connected to one another and their school, students would be less likely to make a threat. Each high school implemented the campaign in a different manner, from spirit days to videos to bracelet reminders. The school-based teams worked to educate their peers on the need to stop the threats. I am honored to introduce two students from Cypress Creek High School. And I apologize if I mispronounce your name. So AJ Sukramani, how'd I do? Yeah, okay. And Jackson Salid, who are here with their principal, Marisol Mendez. And I think they also have some other student support that came out this evening, guys. Yes, let's hear it for Cypress Creek.
Thank you guys so much. Are you guys able to get the presentation? Okay, we have it. Great. Do you guys have the mic button?
Yeah, we have another mic.
Yeah.
Hold on just a minute.
It would probably be easier that way.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Hello?
There we go.
Cool. Sounds good. You guys just want to stand over here? Okay, come on. All right, cool. So let's start off with here.
Introductions?
Okay, well, by the way, my name's AJ Sukramani, graduated from Cypress Creek High School.
My name is Jackson Solid. Oh, my bad. My name is Jackson Solid, recent graduate from Cypress Creek High School.
My name is Elijah Torres, current sophomore, 10th grader at Cypress Creek High School.
My name is Joxiara Rodriguez, current sophomore at Cypress Creek High School.
We'd like to say thank y'all for giving us the honor to present our campaign to y'all tonight. This wouldn't have been possible without the student leaders, without Mrs. Vasquez and our principal, Mrs. Mendez. They completely supported our idea of how to introduce SMILE on campus and how to get people involved, and we wouldn't be here without them.
So when we started off with this campaign, the biggest thing for us, right, what we, thought of is how are we going to get this out to our students, right? Because there's a lot of students on campus, and of course we have the good students, but of course we do have the students who think a little bit different. Let's just say that, right? So in this situation, us and our team, we, brainstormed a lot on how are we going to be able to do this and impact our students.
And we did that by having multiple teams that Okay, we have Black Student Union, Latinos in Action, IB students, and athletes from different sports, focusing on the different aspects on Smile. And we also wanted to promote Smile as much as possible, so we had custom-made shirts, we had wristbands, and also glasses made.
So, in order to do this, we wanted to target different groups in our schools. We didn't want to leave anyone out. We wanted to be inclusive. We didn't want to be an exclusive group, but we wanted to be an inclusive group. Incorporated one of our core values, collaboration, a part of it, so no one feels left out or alone in this situation or scenarios.
Our Smile representatives wanted to do the best to be as student engaged as possible. So each letter had a different activity that still incorporated the meaning of their station. We had S for safety and motivation, so on and so on. For example, safety we had a QR code, and you would scan it, and they would fill out a quick survey about mental health and how it would take a toll on the students and stuff. And after that, they would be able to participate in a basketball shooting activity. So activities like that made it very student engaged, student interactive, and in a fun way. We also had food, we had a photo booth, we had music, we danced. It was a very fun time while still getting the point across. In one of these slides, you could see the data. I think it's gonna be the next slide, but you can, let me see if it, okay, there we go. In the left side, that QR code, that survey, you could see that, it's fine. You could see that the students voted that they were least likely to go to admin for help if they needed help on something, and we as students and schools can use that as, how do I say it, like, exactly, an example as to get better. And since we want to make this a club, we want this to continue on for more school years and stuff, we want to take that into perspective, and that can help us improve in our growth.
Again, so the amazing thing about this is we're trying to, reach out to the students who don't feel included, right? And again, like speaking on, the shooting, right? For example, I know it's a very sensitive topic, but when people do those, type of things, it's because they're lonely, right? And they don't feel included into things. So in this situation, right, we can help prevent that, right? By getting everybody included, having fun while still being safe, and getting the point across of safety, motivation, inclusion, leadership, and education, right? So that's how basically we did it, right? So thank you to Maria Vasquez for, putting this on, giving the opportunity to do this for our school and supporting us. So again, with the shirts and all this stuff, the money didn't come from anywhere, right? So
We'd also like to say that we had.
The money came from your principal.
Oh, hold up. Let me shine some light on my amazing principal, Marcel Mendez. She's the one who supported us all the way through. And not to mention our two teachers that were assigned to help us, Miss Lasanta and Miss Metz. They helped us out so much. And also all the teachers. Can we stand up, please? The principal, Wagner, all of you guys. Come on, stand up. And then also our student leaders.
Yes.
Student leaders.
We want all the student. We want all of you down. We want all the student leaders down here. Come on.
We'd also like to say that. We have brought y'all some swag, some merch from our Smile campaign, and we just want y'all to feel included as well. So again, thank you.
Well, I don't know. Yo, when do I want?
Do you have any more wristbands? Any wristbands?
We'll give it to them. You might take it. Thank you for all that you do. That's awesome. Great job.
We're so proud of you all.
Yes, we're so very
The
proud.
boldness.
Figure out how to train it through.
Wait a minute, did we lose Frank?
Where's Frank?
Where's Frank?
Where's the
Got it.
photographer?
I think he's. It's almost 7:19. I think he's.
I can say it. Look amazing. There you go. All right. Parents and no. Awesome.
Is that your phone? Okay, good. All right, before you guys go anywhere, this is just so awesome.
Yeah.
You know, we can sit up here all day long, we can think of all the policies, all the ideas in the world, but the reality is you have the power that we will never have. And to see you guys take hold of this issue and take the lead on it is so exciting. There are so many people right now that are really in a state of just being utterly depressed and feeling hopeless. I'm talking about people like my age. I'm talking about adults who think everything's going downhill and that the future looks bleak because of what they see in the present. And I just keep telling them that they're seeing the present, they're not seeing the future. I want to be able to talk, darn it. When I see you guys, I know how bright the future is. And there's so much hope. And so I'm constantly out there telling people the future really looks bright. You're just not looking in the right places. You need to look at our youth. You need to see how incredible they are. They get the things that my generation would never dare to talk about. I mean, it's just, you have to live to be as old as I am to see how bad things were, to understand how good things are. And yet, you all also know that things are nowhere near good enough. And so it's that balance of knowing we have so far to come, but also not letting that stop you, not letting that intimidate you. You take that and then you make it your energy. You make it the drive that we need. We need that enthusiasm, that passion, that belief. I have that belief in you. Thank you. Member Gallup.
Thank you, Madam Chair. What a great job. That's really an inspiration. So I do have a couple of questions. So how long has the program, how long have you been doing Smile at the Creek?
Well, here, we'll just go to the mic.
That'd be great. You can use those right there.
You said the question was?
How long have you been doing the Smile at the Creek program?
We started our council, I believe around May. So it's fairly new.
Last year?
No, wait, is it?
I think March. 1 month.
1 month.
No.
Okay.
Yeah. No, it just started. So
It just recently.
we brought together the students from all of the high schools with a problem, and they started working on it. I think in the fall, just generating ideas.
Yeah.
But I think you implemented it either April.
Yeah,
April
April 14th. Correct.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
That's great. So I just can't. I can't wait to see what this program does for your school. I can't wait to see what it does in schools across our county. I can't wait to see the data from the discipline on what this will do, hopefully, for the discipline in our schools. These are type of programs that we need for all the reasons that you stated, so that kids feel welcome, that they feel included, that they feel seen and heard and accepted.
Yeah.
All those things that we know that students are struggling with right now, this will help them because they'll have a place to go, and it's a peer and peer-to-peer mediation. That type of programming we know is way more successful than adults coming into a room and trying to solve problems, because y'all y'all can solve them better than we can. You just can, because you understand it more deeply than we do.
Yeah.
So I just want to say thank you. Thank you for all your hard work. Thank you for the time. Thank you for this presentation. And again, I just can't wait to see what y'all accomplish when you roll it out next year. It's going to be amazing.
Yeah, and also one thing I do want to mention is we are trying to we made this into a club, and in the clubs, in the club for our next school year, I'm not going to be there, but most of them are. What's going to happen is we actually have quarterly on what, like, our agenda on what's going to happen, right? So just to name some things, like we have things like talking about insurance, like talking about taxes, talking about a lot of real life situations that people can, actually we have a picture here, let me read out the things. So college and non-path, dual enrollment requirements, career sources, internship programs, community service, insurance, license, homes, real estate, money management, voting, mental health, and independence. So that's like the agenda of what we want to do during, the whole school year, basically.
That
so we
sounds
kind of have a,
phenomenal.
the good thing is we actually do have a plan on how we are going to keep impacting, how SMILE is going to keep impacting, which is amazing. And hopefully, we start off as a club and eventually we'll keep, moving up and impacting more and more people. Because again, we are just one school and there's a lot more other schools that can be impacted.
Mm-hmm.
And, hopefully that's, the future for it.
I have no doubt that you'll
Yeah.
make a huge impact on the student body at the Creek. Great
Of
job.
course. Thank you.
Thank you.
Jim might as well stay there for a couple of minutes. All right, Member Byrd.
Thank you, Chair. Again, good job, Dr. Vasquez. I've said it once and I will say it again, that the biggest obstacle that I think we have to solve for our kids is helping them feel connected and like they belong. And nothing gets in the way of academics more than that. And I can tell you from my own daughters at various times in their schooling and from my friends' children various times in their schooling, when kids feel lonely or they feel like they don't belong or they feel like they have no friends, they will not learn. We cannot teach them. They will not want to come to school. It gets in the way of everything that we're trying to accomplish as a school district. So this is one of the things we can be doing, and I'm beyond thrilled with all of this. I think the fact that this was all created by you all and that this is from your heart, and I can feel it when I look at you and you're talking, that you really are passionate about this and about helping your friends stay connected and helping all the kids feel like they belong. And I really think that this has got to be front and center at all of our schools, because it will change the trajectory of the mental health aspect, but also our academics. I'm telling you, when these kids are connected and feel like they belong, they will perform better at school. They will want to come to school. It will solve so many things. So I'm thrilled. And by the way, you are welcome to just stay, because we need very good inspirational educators desperately. So if you are interested, you can talk to Bridget, our chief of staff down there, and she will sign you up. Okay? All right. Best of luck to you next year. Thank you for all you've done.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you, Member Byrd. Member Salamanca.
Yeah, this is awesome. Huge shout out to the principal for empowering your students to do and take this on, Dr. Vasquez. It's truly in our students that we're going to find a lot of the solutions to the problems that we have, because we can sit up here and have all these solutions, but you all have to care about it in order for things to change. And something like, the number of students making threats to our schools for a variety of reasons, it's a really serious thing. And it ends up in very serious consequences when you make threats to our schools for the very right reason of it is our job to keep you students safe. And we're going to take threats very seriously, but we also know that sometimes making these threats comes from a different place, from mental health, from loneliness, from wanting to be heard, from wanting to be seen. And there's other ways to get that, right? And one of those ways is to have peer support, to see your peers see you, to see your peers include you, and for them to reach out to you and say, look, we have to take things seriously. And there's a lot of other incredible things out there that make this life so exciting. Home insurance, not one of them, but I'm glad you're going into it. So it's just awesome. You know, I encourage this group to remember what it felt like for the adults to believe in you and let you run wild with something cool like this, because one day you'll be the adult who has to take and pay it forward to the next generation. So definitely remember how it feels and the change it makes in your life. I remember all of those that gave me a shot. And remember what it feels like to work in something that is so meaningful for your generation and for each other and for your community. Because, you know, chase that in your life, because working in something meaningful is what's most important and what will fulfill you and what will keep you excited every day. So huge shout out for y'all for getting to this so early in your journey out of school, and congratulations on just like how much you were able to accomplish in such time. So thank you.
Thank you, Member Salamanca. Member Ferrand.
Okay. District 3 is the place to be. Right, come on, let's go Cypress Creek. So exciting. I love that I got to shake y'all's hand yesterday at your graduation, so that's so fun. But I want to just say a huge shout out to Mrs. Mendez, who really, you truly are a fearless leader. You took the Leader in Me. I feel like I'm getting hints of that. The Leader in Me program that you started at Meadowwoods Middle, and which is still going amazingly strong. Any principal listening, check it out. I'm telling you, it's incredible. This is what it creates. So the idea is to empower your students to become the leaders. And now instead of just staff telling kids what to do, students, you've stood up and said, what can we do to make a difference? Something like this I see going nationwide, where now this becomes a club in every school. And what I love about it is it doesn't matter what your background is, your family life, your ethnicity, or who you are. Everyone is a part of it. Something that I've noticed in our country is we really have created an invisible culture at school, where students can walk in the doors of our schools, not say hello to anyone. No one says hello to them. They sit in class all alone. No one cares. They do their thing. They walk out, and that's it. And then they come back the next day and they start thinking, if I wasn't here, no one would even care. That's the issue. And you have shown me that through a program like this, a club like this, where I see you in the hallways, you're high-fiving, you're like the welcome crew of your school. Now you're changing the culture of our schools to be this welcoming, exciting, something you see on TV, one of those shows that you're like, wow, I want to go to school. This is fun. So I'm excited for you guys. I love that you're leaving a legacy. So for the seniors, you're leaving a legacy, something that will continue on. And so keep it up. Love the life skills that you're teaching as well. So great job. Very proud. Good job.
You're free. We're done. Any closing remarks?
No. Thank you guys, though.
All right. God
Thank you
bless.
so much.
You're
Thank
awesome.
you.
Did we get a picture? Did we not get a picture? We did get a picture, right? Yeah, remember it was Scott. Okay. It wasn't Frank. So it was a little less memorable. But Scott.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
but we did get
meeting.
the picture, right?
We did get a picture. I know. I was thinking the same thing for a minute. I'm like, no, we got a picture.
Okay.
Okay, Dr. Vasquez, one more.
So for the last item for my report, I'm going to invite Linda Lindsay, our school board internal auditor, to come up to the podium. A few months ago, the board received a letter with some concerns regarding our exceptional student education program. And one of the specific items mentioned was IDEA funding and allegations that those dollars were not being properly used. And so Linda and her team did perform an audit, and as you know how thorough they are, and I'm so grateful that Linda is here today. She actually has her daughter who just graduated and has a wedding, and she's still committed to coming out this evening. So we appreciate you, Linda, being here, and I'm going to turn it over to you to present to the board your findings.
Thank you, Dr. Vasquez. Good evening, Madam Chair, members of the school board. I know it's been a long night and I won't take too much of your time, but I wanted to present to you some highlights from the report that we issued on our review of all of the expenditures by the district of IDEA funds for the first 6 months of this fiscal year. This was not an audit, it was a comprehensive examination. Advance the slide. I want the slides advance. Yeah, I'm clicking the arrow. All right. Let's just hit enter. Okay, so in the first 6 months of the fiscal year, the district spent a little over $19 million of IDEA funding. 86% of that total, or $16.4 million in round numbers, was for personnel, salaries and benefits of people who are involved in our ESE education program. IDEA, as you may know, pays all or a portion of salaries for a lot of people who are involved in providing services to our students with disabilities. And I should back up just 1 second and remind you that IDEA funding is federal funding, and it is designed to supplement, not supplant. So it has to be spent after all district resources available for the education of students with disabilities have been exhausted. And then it comes in over and above that. And until these resources are exhausted, it can't come in. But even so, as you might remember from the reports I presented to you in 2021, the district does not receive enough funding for the education of students with disability and always has to dip into its general funds. So even with this $19 million, as well as other resources, we expend some of our general fund resources in order to complete a satisfactory education for those students. But back to my presentation. So for the first 6 months of the year, $16.4 million was spent to fund all or a portion of 41 position titles, which encompassed 723 people, 723 employees. Now you might notice I said all or a portion. In some cases, there might be a staff member who is needed to help to provide ESE student education in a school, but perhaps there's not a full-time requirement. In those cases, the principal will fund the remainder of that position from his or her school's general fund budget. So that's why sometimes there's split funding. The remainder of the expenditures for this period of time, $2.7 million, was for non-personnel costs. And that's everything that you might think of: supplies, training, mileage for itinerant service providers, and in the largest categories are professional and technical services, technology, substitute services, and indirect costs. Now, just to let you know, a lot of you wonder sometimes, what are the checks and balances? You know, who's watching this on a daily basis? How is it managed? Because we come in, of course, after the fact. Well, I've put up here some bullets that capsulize the key parts of the oversight that is provided by different members of district management with regard to ESE IDEA funds. First of all, every single expenditure from IDEA must be reviewed and approved by the ESE executive director. Doesn't matter whether it's for personnel or for stuff. Secondly, every district-based expenditure of IDEA funds approved, if it gets over that first hurdle and is approved by the ESE executive director, it must also be approved by the ESE associate superintendent. I realize some of these titles are going to change in the future, but that's what they are now. And then after we get through there, every request for any new IDEA-funded administrator positions must be approved by the deputy superintendent. And then, of course, every approved non-payroll expense, that 2.6, 2.7 million, that's stuff, all of those expenses must be reviewed for allowability by the Senior Director of Federal Programs. So that is in the Federal Programs Department, not in the ESE Department, but they oversee all of the federal funding that we get from various grants. And the Senior Director over Federal Programs reviews each of those expenses for allowability from this source of funding. Our findings, after exhaustively reviewing all of these expenses, every position, every job description, every category of non-payroll expenditures, is that all except $317.01 was indeed spent for the education of students with disabilities, consistent with the requirements of the IDEA program. The $317 in the report that you have in your agenda packet tonight, it was for two situations where a teacher who was not in an ESE position at the time the situation occurred had a payment either for overtime or for a substitute. And they have made a journal entry to restore those funds to the IDEA fund. That was our recommendation. So that's a very quick overview at the end of a long night, but I did want to present those to you, and if you have any questions, I'll be happy to entertain those.
Any questions? All right. Vice Chair.
Will we be making this report public?
It is public.
I mean, it's on the website?
Well, it'll be posted tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
I don't post it before you folks.
That's why I just wanted to make sure it was going to be on the website for those.
Yes.
I figured it was, but I thought I'd ask. Okay.
Yes.
Thank you. Any other questions? Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Have a good evening.
Member Felder. Oh, it's okay.
Okay. All right, thank you so much. Before we say our goodbyes until the next time we meet, for parting is of such sweet sorrow. Listen, I wanted to comment today. I had a wonderful day at Eccleston Elementary. The CEO of Wawa and Second Harvest, oh my God. They came and we had elected officials there. Senator Jerry Thomas was one of the elected officials to speak because she started off teaching and she remembers being with Eccleston, and one of the little girls who was the prime student, she was the daughter of one of my former students. So, that was kind of wonderful for me. But I was so excited about their interest in making sure our children get healthy meals. And it's hard for us here in America to even imagine that children are hungry, that some of the meals, and we all know this, but some of the only meals they get, breakfast and lunch, is what they get at school. And when they go home for the summer, some of them, they look forward to Takis and what have you. But the people were so happy to give. They were excited to be able to give those groceries. And once a month, they have all of these big bags of fresh vegetables and fruit. And of course, Wawa gave away the little sweet little smoothies and so forth, the coffee. But I just want to tell this district, Dr. Vasquez and the rest of you on the board, thank you for that kind of engagement with Second Harvest Bank and Wawa. I mean, I was just so happy. And the parents, as I was leaving, some of the parents, they were saying how grateful, how thankful they were, because since the pandemic, a lot of people, they don't have jobs or they lost jobs, and they got to try to keep a roof on their head, so it may be cheaper to buy ramen and hot dogs, because fresh vegetables are expensive. But They have that, and I'm so grateful and thankful that this OCPS, we're the full gamut, baby. We're the full Monty. We take care of it all. Oh, yeah, we are. Yeah, we got some deep things going on, but I mean, for the most part, we are the full Monty, and I want to tell you thank you. Thank you.
I don't know what it is either, but I can tell you from the reaction of some of the people in the room, I don't want to know. Not right now. I don't want to discuss this any further. Let's move on. Anything else? Dr. Vasquez?
Oh.
All right, General Counsel.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I have, I'm not going to say that. I have 2 executive sessions to announce for Thursday. So this is, I'm sorry you guys are having fun, but I have 2 serious things to ask. Pursuant to Section 286.011, subsection 8 Florida statutes, and in accordance with Board Policy BEC, an entity may meet in private with its attorney to discuss pending litigation to which the entity is presently a party before a court or administrative agency, provided certain conditions are met, including the requirement that a transcript of the executive session will be made upon part of the public record upon conclusion of the litigation. In this case, I'm requesting the school board's advice concerning pending litigation. 2 cases. 1, Michelle Montoya for VJ, a minor, versus Orange County School Board, case number 2022-CA-7641. And 2, Madison Pered versus Orange County School Board, case number 2017-CA-3536-0. And this is going to be on Thursday, March 25th, 2023 at 2:00 p.m. or right after the work session that you have that starts at noon. The executive session, oh, look at my, tying my own self out. Not done yet, though. The executive session will be a closed meeting held in Conference Room E at the ELC and will take approximately 1 hour. A notice has been drafted for posting. Those in attendance will be Teresa Jacobs, Chair, Angie Gallo, Vice Chair, Maria Salamanca, School Board Member, Alicia Ferrant, School Board Member, Pam Gould, School Board Member, Vicki Elaine Felder, School Board Member, Karen Castor-Dental, School Board Member, Melissa Bird, School Board Member, Dr. Maria Vasquez, Superintendent, Amy Enval, School Board's General Counsel, John Palmerini, Deputy General Counsel, Stacy Carlisle, Esquire, she's our outside counsel for the first case, the Michelle Montoya, William Lawton, Esquire, for the second case, and Courtney Tournade for the Esquire for the second case, and the court reporter. And that's all I have. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Oh my God.
She just Googled.
I don't mean that.
It'll be a gagging word.
Oh my God.
Okay. Member Gould.
I have a request. We have kids. We do a beautiful job of recognizing a lot of different kids during graduations, including our highest academic achievers, those that are going into the service. I would really like us to add not only into graduation, but a post-graduation story, those that are ready to walk into the workforce. Because that's what we're supposed to be doing, is preparing people for the workforce. And I am so proud of those high academic achievers, but they, in most cases, will still need another leg or 2 in their journey. And we're training everything from robotic specialists to coders to chefs to EV mechanics, as well as all these other complicated mechanics. Welders, got to put in the plug for the welder, since I have one. Mm-hmm. So, I really think we need to highlight that. And I would request that we include the magnets and the academies as well, because of the skill sets that are coming out of those programs, and lift those up. Because I am so tired of hearing people tell me that we don't do any jobs or career path or life skill training. I'm really tired of that. So that's my request. And then in future graduations, that those kids are mentioned in the speeches.
Thank you, Member Gould. Vice Chair.
Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Chair. So this morning, I had the pleasure of going
which you'll love, Member Gould, to the county board, the Board of County Commissioners, your old stopping grounds chair, for a recognition. So we had students from University High who were part of the H2O program, which is an apprenticeship program that we built together with OUC to build students to go into wastewater management. There was a need for students for a skilled workforce in waste management. So we did what we know how to do best here in Orange County. We grow our own. And so we partnered with OUC, and it was Public Works recognition at the county commissioner's office, or at the meeting today. And so the students were there and they were recognized. All of the students from University High School have passed their exam. They're getting ready. They're getting fingerprinted and whatnot at the county, which I heard is a little intimidating for them, but they're set to go and starting their apprenticeships and starting the next leg of their career. Yeah.
Awesome.
So I just wanted to say I'm very proud of the students. I was having a little bit of a rough morning this morning. The day did not start off well, and I showed up and I had a smoothie, which was green, and it apparently had spilled all over my dress, which then looked like throw up. And so these kids are being recognized. I looked down and realized that it looked like I had a baby that threw up on me, and I'm like, I've got to go up and take this picture. And Mayor Demings comes up to me and he goes, "Would you like to say a few words?" And I was like, no, I'm good, thank you. And then I felt awful because that was my opportunity to say how proud I was of the students and what a great job that they did, because I'm truly just amazed every day with what we're able to do here in Orange County and how we see a need, we work with partners, and we're creating a skilled workforce for our community, because that's so important. So kudos to Dr. Vasquez, to University High School, to the CTE, and to the teachers that were involved in this program. It was a great thing. So thanks.
Okay, so since you didn't have an opportunity to say all that this morning, now that you're here in changed clothes, we're glad to hear that. Thank you. That's really cool. Yeah. Member Byrd.
Thank you. I'm just going to piggyback on all that. And it's so funny that you brought that up, because that's what I'm writing my column about this week for the Apopka Chief, about recognizing all of our graduates. And I think the reason I wanted to write it was because I went to the OTC graduation, and the pride on those faces when, when we were trying to ask them, what program they did, or as fast as we could, because, they move them through really fast. But they were just so proud and so excited. And so many of them are ready to get out there. I mean, like vet assisting. And I'm thinking, okay, so you're going to go off to college, because some of them were going on to college, steak and lobster. I still remember that. And so they're, instead of working a minimum wage job, they can go be a vet assistant and make good money. You know what I mean? So it's such a win-win no matter what, and that's what I'm kind of trying to talk about in the column. But it's so important, I think, that we continue the work we're doing. We're doing a great job, like you said, of all these programs, but changing the narrative and changing the making a paradigm shift in parents' minds, and especially parents, because it is still, you still hear parents say, or like they're so concerned about the college acceptances and going to universities, and there's still this like little cringe of disappointment, I think, in the community and with parents. And so I think we have to keep the conversation going that we celebrate children when they find a passion and it's something that they can build their life around, especially at such a young age. They're like so far ahead of everybody. So I love the idea of celebrating them more. And actually, one of my student advisory groups at the beginning of the year mentioned that to me, about they would love to be able to have more ways to show recognition of all the things they did and they worked on in high school. They feel like they were complaining that it was only like the kids that were in like, honor society or like high level things, but some of them, like one of them was FFA, and they said, I work really, really hard on my FFA, my agriculture. I should be able to show that off at graduation. So I think we need to just continue to celebrate all the different pathways. I love it. Great idea, Member Gould. Thank you.
Thank you, Member Byrd. Anything else? Okay, one more. 1 second, just 1 second. Ms. Enville. You were finished with your, okay. Member Front.
Okay, so me and Member Salamanca over here are loving what you guys are saying, and we're thinking, what if you did chords? It was really her idea, but I'm just shouting it out. But chord, like
Yes.
some sort of chord or something, so that that'd be a cool way to honor them.
May I?
Yeah.
So, and I think what we need to do is look at across the board, because I was at one graduation, and there were some that got the certification to be able to do the preschool teaching. I was like, oh my gosh, future teacher, we're hiring, so come back to us. And they were wearing their stole. And so I see Mr. Martinez nodding back there, and Ms. Paduano. So I think that's what we'll be able to do. We'll be able to make sure that we have that opportunity available at all of our schools so that they can celebrate all that they've accomplished. I think that's great.
Can I?
Member Byrd. Yeah.
I saw one graduate that had a stole that obviously I think her mom got for her, but it had it was embroidered, and it had all her things she had done, and all her activities, the major things. And she wore that stole underneath her cords and everything. And I was having so much fun because we were in a stop and I could read it, but something like that might be a good idea.
Yeah. And having attended that graduation with Member Byrd, I have to tell you all, if you haven't had the experience of standing right beside Member Byrd, she is amazing. She can manage to stop somebody, make contact, ask a question, and keep the line moving like I've never seen before. So it was a lot of fun standing next to you.
Enjoying their shoes.
Oh, I know. Whoa, what about the shoes? Oh man. Member Byrd, do you remember those shoes with the white puff? Anyway, okay, I'm sorry. Good night. Anything else? Can we go?
And there's a cake.
Oh, Angie's birthday was yesterday. Sunday. So we're going to go celebrate Angie's birthday with cake in the back if anybody wants to join us. If you're still here, you're invited for cake. Oh, that's yours. Meeting adjourned.
And we're the full gamut, not the full month.
Oh, God.